Okay, so I'm just going to do direct sympathomimetic pathway of all of the beta um, activators. They work in different places, but we're going to just do, do all of them because they're all the same kind of like idea pathway. Okay, so we have beta 1, we have beta 2, we have beta 3. Okay, and it activates a receptor wherever it's acting. And that's going to activate the GS. S for stimulation because GS is going to eventually result in the production of ATP. How does it do this? It acts on adenylyl cyclase, which is a converter enzyme because it ends in with an ACE. So it takes ATP and it converts it to cyclic AMP. Cyclic AMP is going to activate a kinase. But do you know which kinase it's going to activate? Protein kinase. Which one? A, because we're talking about ATP, so that corresponds to that. And it's adenylyl cyclase for that reason, because this is adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so that protein A kinase has two actions. Okay, it's going to act on the myosin light chain kinase. Now this is a kinase itself. What are kinases good at? They're good at phosphatizing something. So the protein kinase is going to phosphatize the myosin light chain kinase, deactivating it. So I'd really like to make this, inhibition. And this is going to be activating. This is just not neat enough for my OCD, so I'm going to have to erase it. Excuse me while I do that. Okay, so we have myosin here. Great. So protein kinase A will also stimulate kind of the release of calcium in its location, increasing the sodium concentrations there. And in the heart, this has the effect of increasing contractility. So that has a inotropic effect as well as heart rate. I'm just going to put HR, I hope you don't mind. You will need to know that acronym there. Abbreviation. So that's going to be great, but why are we doing this? Well, if your patient has asthma, why would you use this? For a beta 2, okay, so let's say that you're using albuterol. I'm going to use it over here, though. Sorry, it's tough to switch over to a different tool. So albuterol. Albuterol is it a SABA or a LABA? It's a SABA. So it's a short-acting beta-2 agonist. So short-acting beta-2 agonist. So which of these is it acting on? It's acting on beta-2. So beta-2 acts in the bronchi. And what it actually does, which I've just learned, is it phosphatizes a what does it do? Okay, so yeah, so that's what we're talking about here. Okay, so the myosin light chain kinase. So what this winds up doing is it used to phosphatize the myosin involved in the actinomyosin cross bridging and the activation of the muscles there in the smooth muscle in the bronchi for constriction. But because that doesn't happen, what you get is relaxation of the bronchi. So that's great because your patient has, this is probably administered through some kind of puffer, and your patient has asthma, so they're trying to open up that large airway. or the bronchi. So the beauty of this is it's going to relax the smooth muscles in the bronchi. The problem with it, and I'm just going to put this stupid thing, is you have beta 1 activation as well. So that's also going to increase your heart rate. So you got to be a little bit worried about that because on occasion that's not ideal. And then there is, of course, salmeterol. And that is that a SABA or LABA? Of course it's a LABA because we already talked about a SABA. And that acts in the bronchi as well. But it has better specificity and does not have this beta 1 activation, which will increase your heart rate. I hope that's a reasonable explanation of a SABA and a LABA pathway. And I'm going to make this my sign off here, just a little bit of urination. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You know what? I'm not going to do urination. Today, we're going to do some air because our airways are open. Okay, cool. See ya.